It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard was recognized as one of the NBA's 75 greatest. Coach Ty Lue says to go from being a 15th pick to that means a lot. It's a tribute to his hard work and dedication. And Leonard credits that work ethic to his dad. He says, "I try to play as hard as I can each night. That's what my father wanted me to do." Kevin?
What a worker Kawhi is. Terrific player. And a great story, David. Thanks. Veteran players are well represented, Greg, in this one. And all that experience on the court only adds to the intrigue.
Yeah, and it should make for a more polished game overall. More discipline, less mistakes, just high IQ basketball.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Up and forward, they'll have Bridges and Crowder. And it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. And for the Clippers, out on the wings for him, Powell and George. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point. Now here's Booker. Pass to Ayton. A shot by Paul. Nobody around. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Working without the ball, CP3 with zero hesitation, letting that one go.
There's the pass to Powell. Zubac with the screen for Powell. Leonard against Crowder. Back to Powell. Clock at 4. Offline with his 3. And it's Paul with the ball for the Suns. To the left wing. Outside Crowder. On the wing, Booker, covered by Wall. And that one's good, Ayton.
DeAndre Ayton, dangerous in the pick and roll just because as a big, he can get off of that screen so easily.
And hey, how about the career for a guy like Jay Crowder?
This guy has played some bully ball. He doesn't mind playing inside. And I think guys love to have a guy who takes on that physical responsibility to be the tough guy on the team, something Jay Crowder enjoys doing himself.
And here are the Suns now. Booker the pass to Crowder. Ayton sets the pick for Bridges. And Ayton the bucket on the assist from Bridges. Ayton's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Leonard with the screen on Paul. There's the feed to Leonard. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, you could be as physical as you want with Kawhi Leonard. He just stays with it and is unshaken.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And you gotta love the aggression that he had, taking it to the rim there. Sets the tone in a close game like this one.
Now here's Paul. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Paul's got his second bucket.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Powell. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. No good from 11 feet.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Ayton kicks to Bridges. Out to the right wing. Paul, right side. Pass to Ayton. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And it's 6 points for DeAndre Ayton. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Outside, George fires the 3. Rebound by the Suns. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Booker outside. For 3, Bridges. It's John Wall with the rebound. Clippers trail by 8. Passes it to Powell. Now here's Leonard, defended by Booker. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
Kawhi Leonard keeping the game very simple and just taking what the defense is gifting him.
Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have injuries have been a factor the past couple of seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but they're trying to keep this core group of guys together. And if they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who have done it on the biggest of stages. Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
And the dunk by Booker.
He's not going to miss an opportunity to find a teammate. Chris Paul delivers.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Well, Brent, Chris Paul is undoubtedly one of the smartest players in the NBA.
And that's why he's been able to maintain such a high level of play for so long. As one of his teammates said, he has an IQ that's going to keep him on the floor until he's 50.
Group substitution here for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is checked in for Zubac. Robert Covington comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Mans checked in for Norman Powell. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for John Wall. And the Clippers have possession. Trailing here by 8. Saric against Morris. Saric grabs the board. The Suns on offense. They're on a 12-4 run. Covington with the steal. George looking around. There's the dish to Morris. 59 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Shot clock at 6. Covington setting the pick for Jackson. And again, no good by the Clippers. Suns leading by 8. Here's Payne. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Jackson passes to George. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. And here's Covington from the arc. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Pass to Payne. To the inside. The shot by Saric, no good. So it's the Phoenix Suns holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Suns.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here's Bridges. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Paul dishes to Ayton. And there's the pass to Booker. Ayton sets the pick for Booker. Back to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
So difficult cover here on the pick and roll as Devin Booker's getting more and more experience playing out and making plays.
Young big men, though, often struggle to find consistency, but you look at Ayton's first 4 seasons, the numbers are almost identical year to year.
Now here's Paul. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Leonard, that's for 2. Phoenix grabs the miss. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Paul passes to Ayton. Goes back up. And that's 2 points on the layup. Ayton's got 10 points.
Yeah, if Ayton can get in that kind of position, he can be a bully on the inside.
And for Ayton, the numbers are impressive indeed, averaging a double-double every season.
And he's got all the tools, next steps, making more plays for others, and they've been working on his shooting range to open up the lane a bit more.
And here's Booker. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. Johnson with a screen on Powell. Here's Booker. And that one hits back iron. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for Los Angeles. 9-point game. Bridges with the steal. Pass to Paul. Booker outside. Shoots it. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
This is what you like to see from Booker, just firing with confidence right off the catch.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Outside, George. Covington setting the pick for George. The shot misses.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Now here's Wall. Devin Booker missing his last shot. Here's Leonard. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot. Brent, as we all know, you were a former slam dunk contest champion. So with that in mind, what was your take on the 2022 contest?
Well, I think there are some great dunkers out there, Kevin, and every year it's like that. I know from year to year it takes a lot of criticism to the contest, and certainly there are years that are better than others, but the skill of those guys on the floor for them to go out and put on an exhibition, always appreciated as a fan.
Now here's Paul following the miss by John Wall. Basket good. Paul's got 6 points.
Defense is not able to keep up with the speed and really the awareness of Chris Paul that time.
And the Clippers call time here. And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. Some changes for Phoenix. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Mann. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Now here's Jackson. To the paint. Here's Zubac. Jay Crowder pulls it in. Crowder's got his 4th rebound in this one.
After missing the playoffs for 10 consecutive seasons, boy, the Suns not only got to the postseason in 21, they made it all the way to the finals. So what a turnaround for that franchise.
Clippers trail by 11. Here's Coffey. Passes it to Mann. Count the basket. It's been quite a turnaround, hasn't it, Brent, for Phoenix? Ever since they acquired Chris Paul in that trade from Oklahoma City, they've been a different team.
Yeah, and I don't think you can really give enough credit to what it is that Chris Paul has brought, along with the combination and relationship that he has with Monty Williams. I mean, that leadership with that young roster and giving those guys belief has elevated the play of everybody who's put on that uniform.
Here's Morris. After the basket by Dario Saric. Morris kicks to Jackson. Oh, good on the triple. Phoenix leading by 11. Here's Payne. That shot missing. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Morris with the screen for Jackson. Going inside. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Just dicing through the lane there was Reggie Jackson.
Payne dishes to Crowder. Saric just screen on Morris. And the shot's good from Crowder. And the Suns lead by 11.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And here is Morris. And so it's the Phoenix Suns. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Tyronn Lue. Tyronn, what problems are you seeing out there?
Just be able to make shots. We just got to relax. We just got to keep playing.
Thanks for your time, Tyronn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. DeAndre Ayton has been sensational.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively, but he's going to keep going at it.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. On-court spots are the deadly George and Leonard. Wall and Powell are the guard set. And it's Zubac in at the center filling out the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. And it's Paul with the ball for the Suns. After being selected first overall in the 2018 draft, some teams question if DeAndre Ayton was worthy of that.
Well, it took time for Ayton to find his comfort zone and all of a sudden became a key piece that nobody's questioning much anymore as an inside rebounder, rim protector, and a guy who can score at a high level when asked to.
Here's George following the basket by Chris Paul. George against Bridges. And with that, the Phoenix lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from George.
And you see Paul George just focused that time. Opportunistic bucket, gets to the interior and does the work.
Now here's Paul. 8 points for him. And there's Ayton, and that's good on the assist by Paul. Paul's got 4 assists in the game. And Los Angeles guys shooting just 29% in this game. They are not a pretty sight out there offensively. Leonard against Crowder. Leonard the pass to George. The kick out to Wall. Misses the 3.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Here's Paul. Unable to get that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pass to Zubac. He dishes it to George. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard on the wing. Jacks up a 3. Bridges with the board. Phoenix leading by 13. The pass to Paul. Ayton a screen on George. Over George. Excellent D there from George. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Leonard. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
And sometimes it just feels like Leonard enjoys converting on the difficult shots. It feels like backbreakers to the opponents.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. It is hard to forget the crazy draft night for Bridges in 2018. Drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, his mom was an employee with the team. But he was traded an hour later to Phoenix. He says, it was tough, but once I came here, I loved it. The group of guys we had, I knew I wanted to be here. And they are sure glad they got him, Kevin.
They are indeed, no doubt. D.A., thank you. Now here's Paul. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Pass to Ayton. Shoots over Zubac. And it's Ayton missing.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Powell kicks to George. Cranes the three-pointer. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Just deadly from outside. PG getting some space. Does not hesitate there.
Something you noticed about these Suns last year was their offensive talents, Brent. It could be seen from top to bottom.
Man, they got plenty of great shooters on the floor. Obviously, one of the great distributors of all time is Chris Paul. And with these guys scoring in a variety of ways, really tough to defend from inside, outside, and the deadly mid-range of your leader.
Los Angeles calls timeout. teams deciding to change it up.
Minutes remaining in the third.
Now here's Jackson. Payne covering. Outside Jackson. There's a screen by Covington. Los Angeles with another miss. And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the Suns.
In the 2021 playoffs, you remember Reggie Jackson came up huge for the Clippers, averaging almost 18 points a game before they finally lost to the Suns in the Western Conference Final.
Now here's Jackson. Passes to Kennard. Now Morris. The shot from the low post is good. Well, for Jackson, he earned himself a new contract, Brent, and starting point guard duties because of that playoff.
With both Kawhi Leonard and Paul George missing most of the 21-22 season, Reggie Jackson took the Clippers to the 8th seed in the West, carried a lot of the scoring load consistently for the Clippers, and he led the team in both points and assists.
Payne can't hit. Clippers trail by 10. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Kennard's got himself on the board with 3 there. Now here's Payne, guarded by Jackson. Shoots from 8. And the bucket is good from Payne in deep. Payne's got his first points in this one.
And Payne will play patient in the pick and roll. That's a lot of alliteration, but we'll go with it. He's smart.
Here's Jackson. Pass to man. That shot off the mark. Good D by Johnson. Payne looking around. He feeds it to Saric. To Payne from downtown, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Phoenix Suns ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've been giving John Wall all sorts of problems. He still hasn't been able to solve their defense. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Phoenix leading by 9. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the 4th. The wingmen are Booker and Johnson. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. And it's Paul in at the 1. For 3, Booker. The shot comes out, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Leonard with the ball. Over Johnson. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside Crowder. Suns moving the ball around. Crowder is screen on Wall. Ball passes to Ayton. Covington with the steal. The pass to Leonard. Shoots over Crowder, and he overshot that one, missing. Leonard's gone 5 of 13 tonight from the floor. And Booker kicks to Crowder. Ayton sets the pick for Crowder, and he drives in, and Crowder slams it in.
Don't see that much from Crowder, off the bounce and attacking to make the score.
George with no one around, and the Clippers miss again.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Crowder, the pass to Paul. Powell against Booker. Ayton a screen on Powell. Back to Booker. It's stolen by Wall. George against Johnson. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Zubac is checked in for Robert Covington. Paul dishes to Ayton. Shoots over Zubac, and it's Ayton missing. Clippers trail by 11. Ball passes to Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
You settle in and you watch the show coming from Kawhi as he's filling it up and doing it in a lot of ways.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Paul dishes to Booker. Kicks to Ayton. Feeds to Paul. Crowder from outside. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 6th assist on the night. Los Angeles calls timeout. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. A moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, DeAndre Ayton.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
He got an extra boost from the grief these fans were giving him here tonight. They were riding him hard all night, and he ate it up. Some guys just like being the villain, I guess. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He said, "Do you want this game? Don't tell me about it. Show me and show your teammates. We've got to play better, and we've got to play harder if we're going to come back."
All right, David, thanks.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Ayton a screen on Powell. And here's Booker from the arc. It's rebounded by Leonard. Clippers trail by 10. Here's George. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Paul. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Got a piece of it. And that one's good, Ayton.
The skills growing maybe right in front of our eyes here for DeAndre Ayton.
Outside, George. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
Paul kicks to Crowder. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Passes it to Booker. Just 5 to shoot. Second chance shot. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. George with the ball. Now guarded by Ayton.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
Hall finds Ayton. Count it. Good. Ayton's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, you play pick and roll offense, you've got the perfect point guard in Paul. That's a lot of P's.
Down low, here's Wall. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Suns leading by 12. Johnson outside. To the wing right side. Here's Paul. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Suns.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for DeAndre Ayton.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Now here's Booker. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Ayton sets the pick for Booker. Off target with his three. And it's Wall with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 14. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Chris Paul picks up that one.
The competitive firewall plays with is admirable. Fantastic at just figuring out ways to attract contact.
And that one falls for John Wall.
And there's a lot of nuance to Wall's game. People talk about his speed and things like that, but his instinct and skill are equally as important, if not more so.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And Phoenix can just let the clock run down here. Now here's Payne. So it's the Suns winning easily here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Chris, big win tonight. What do you think was the biggest factor?
I mean, I don't know. You know, it was just our defense. You know, obviously our offense fed off of it. Guys made open shots, but I think we really locked down defensively, and that's what we're trying to make sure is that we're a defensive team every night.
Well, you were a defensive team tonight, Chris. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long, everyone.